Qaqortoq, formerly Julianehåb, is a town in the Kujalleq municipality in southern Greenland. With a population of 3,229 in 2013, it is the most populous town in southern Greenland and the fourth largest town on the island. History: the area around Qaqortoq has been inhabited since prehistoric times. Beginning with the Qaqortoq culture roughly 4,300 years ago, the area has had a continuous human presence. Qaqortoq culture equals. The earliest signs of population presence are from roughly 4,300 years ago. While Qaqortoq era sites are generally the most numerous of all the prehistoric sites in Greenland, around Qaqortoq the Qaqortoq presence is less prominent, with only sporadic sites and items such as chipstone drills and carving knives. Dorset culture equals. The Dorset people arrived in the Qaqortoq area around 2,800 years ago. Several rectangular peat dwelling structures, characteristic of the early Dorset culture, can be found around the wider Qaqortoq area. Norse culture equals. South Greenland history begins with the arrival of the Norse in the late 10th century. The ruins of Valsøya, the most prominent Norse ruins in Greenland, are located 19 kilometers northeast of Qaqortoq. General or even limited trade between the Norse and the Thule people was scarce. Except a few novel and exotic items found at Thule sites in the area, evidence suggests cultural exchange was initially sporadic. Later, the South Greenland Norse adopted trade with the southern Inuit and were for a time the major supplier of ivory to northern Europe. The Norse era lasted for almost 500 years, ending in the mid-15th century. The last written record of the Norse presence is of a wedding in the Valsøya church in 1408. Thule people equals. The Thule culture Inuit arrived in southern Greenland in the Qaqortoq area around the 12th century and were contemporaneous with the Norse. However, there exists little evidence of early contact. The Thule culture was characterized by a subsistence existence and there are few, if any, dwellings of considerable structure to be found from the era. Items, however, are relatively numerous. Colonial Era until present equals. The present-day town was founded in 1774 by the Dano-Norwegian trader Anders Olsen, on behalf of the General Trading Company. The town was christened Julianehåb after the Danish Queen Juliane Marie, although it sometimes mistakenly appears as Julianehåb. The name was also sometimes anglicized as Julianehåb. The town became a major center for the saddleback seal trade and today remains the home of the Great Greenland Sealskin Tannery. Until December 31, 2008, the town was the administrative center of Qaqortoq municipality. On January 1, 2009, Qaqortoq became the biggest town and the administrative center of Kujalleq municipality, when the municipalities of Qaqortoq, Narsaq, and Untitled ceased to exist as administrative entities. Landmarks. Historical buildings equals. The building that now houses the Qaqortoq Museum was originally the town's blacksmith's shop. The house was built in yellow stone and dates back to 1804. The oldest standing building at the historical Colonial Harbour and thus of all of Qaqortoq is a black tarred log building from 1797. The building was designed by Royal Danish architect Qaqortoq, pre-assembled in Denmark, shipped in pieces to Qaqortoq, and then reassembled. Stone and Man equals. From 1993 to 1994 Qaqortoq artist also known as who presided over the Stone and Man project, designed to transform the town into an open-air art gallery. 18 artists from Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland and Greenland carved 24 sculptures into the rock faces and boulders in the town. Today there are over 40 sculptures in the town, all part of the Stone and Man exhibit. The fountain equals. The town is home to the oldest fountain in Greenland, Mundebrunden, finished in 1932. It was the only fountain in the country prior to another in Sissemarut. A tourist attraction, the fountain depicts whales spouting water out of their blowholes. Transport. Air equals. Qaqortoq Heliport operates year-round, linking Qaqortoq with Narsaq Airport and, indirectly, with the rest of Greenland and Europe. Feasibility assessments are underway regarding building a landing strip for fixed-wing aircraft. The issue was previously debated in 2007, when the Democrats opposed a Sumu landing strip proposal, citing ecological and environmental concerns. In contrast to the previous debates, presently the Democrats are lobbying for a 1,799-meter runway, making passenger flights to continental Europe possible. The shorter, 1,199-meter runway, supported by Summit and Air Greenland, would enable flights to Iceland and eastern Canada. The cost of moving the airport from Narsarsuaq as a 1799-meter runway is estimated at 900 million Danish kroner, while a 1199-meter runway is estimated at 370 million Danish kroner. Presently Narsarsuaq Airport is a community of 140 people, depending solely on the airport, but the Kujalleq municipality supports the plans for moving the airport to the center of South Greenland, thereby creating economic growth in the region. Presently 5 locations for a possible airport are being assessed. 4 of these are at Prinsessan, Nunatsiaq Kujalleq, Munkebugton, and halfway towards Narsarsuaq for a 1,199-meter domestic runway. Only one location, northwest of the town between Nurupiluk and Matuptunua, would be suitable for a runway up to 2,100 meters, in order to accommodate intercontinental flights. It is though expected that a new airport will be built before 2020, probably with a 1199-meter runway behind the mountain of Qaqortoq, being able to serve flights from Iceland and other parts of Greenland, thereby moving the air transport center of South Greenland from Narsarsuaq to the center of the region. The final political decision on the matter is pending at the moment, but a final decision on the matter is expected within 2015-16. Further, a road is being constructed at the moment, to the expected airport site behind Qaqortoq Mountain. Land equals. As is true of all populated places in Greenland, Qaqortoq is not connected to any other place via roads. Fairly well-trodden hiking trails lead north and west from the town, but for any motorized transportation terrain vehicles are needed. During winter, snowmobiles become the transport of choice. Qaqortoq is a port of call for the Arctic Umiaq Ferry. The port authority for Qaqortoq is Royal Arctic Line, located in Nuuk. With a channel depth of 50 feet, the port can accommodate vessels up to 500 feet in length. The port offers pilotage upon request, but no tugging. Economy and infrastructure. Qaqortoq is a seaport and trading station. Fish and shrimp processing, tanning, fur production, and ship maintenance and repair are important activities, but the economy is based primarily on educational and administrative services. The primary industries in the town are fishing, service, and administration. The native subsistence economy was long preserved by the former monopoly Royal Greenland Trading Department, which used the town as a source of saddleback sealskins. The Great Greenland Fur House is the only tannery in Greenland and the primary sealskin purchaser on the island. It remains one of the major employers in the town. Like the rest of Greenland, Qaqortoq is critically dependent upon investment from Denmark and relies heavily on Danish block funding. Of all exports produced in Qaqortoq, 70.1% are headed for the Danish market. Employment equals, as with the rest of Greenland, unemployment in South Greenland and thereby Qaqortoq remains high. In 2010, the unemployment was at 10.4%, an increase of over 1.2% since 2009. For workers born outside Greenland, unemployment was at 0.1% of the total eligible workforce during the same period. Energy equals, all of Qaqortoq's electricity is supplied by the government-owned company Nuuk. Since 2007, Qaqortoq gets its electric power mainly from Qaqortoq Dam by way of a 70-kilometer 70 kV power line. Previously the town's electricity was supplied by means of so-called bunker fuel generators, 3 diesel ship engines converted to energy production. Education equals, Qaqortoq is the main center for education in South Greenland and is a primary school, middle school, and high school, a folk high school which started as a workers' college in 1977, a school of commerce, and a basic vocational school. Healthcare Qaqortoq is served by Naparsamavik Hospital, officially Naparsamavik Qaqortoq Sigius. The hospital is also the main hospital in southern Greenland. With a staff of 59 people, presently the hospital has 18 beds. The three villages in Qaqortoq municipality are Ekalagarsut, Saluk, and Qaqortoq also belong to the healthcare district of Naparsamavik Hospital. The villages are visited via sea and with a medical helicopter in case of emergencies. During the summer of 2010, the hospital used Greenland-grown vegetables exclusively. Tourism Tourism is a significant contributor to the economy of the town. The Qaqortoq Tourist Service Greenland Sigalans is the tourist office. Roughly two-thirds of all tourists are from Denmark. There are several facilities offering accommodations, including the Qaqortoq Hostel. The Qaqortoq Museum offers services in English, Danish, and Kujalleq. The Great Greenland House is also a popular tourist attraction. Tourists are offered year-round activities such as kayaking, guided hiking, whale watching, cross-country skiing, and boating. In recent years, Qaqortoq has experienced a decline in tourist revenue, with an average of 1,700 tourists annually staying in the town overnight, very much due to the lack of an airport close to the town. The Danish crown princely family visited the town as part of an official tour of Greenland in summer 2014. Demographics: with 3,229 inhabitants as of 2013, Qaqortoq is the largest town in the Kujalleq municipality. The population is nearly unchanged from its 1995 levels. There exists no gender imbalance among native Greenlanders in Qaqortoq. The only gender inequity is amongst inhabitants born outside Greenland, with 3 out of 5 being male. As of 2011, 10% of the town's inhabitants were born outside Greenland, a decline from 20% in 1991, but an increase from a 9% low in 2001. Geography: Qaqortoq is located at approximately 60°43 €² 20 €³ N 46°02 €² 25 €³ W in the Qaqortoq Fjord, beside the Labrador Sea. Climate Qaqortoq has a maritime-influenced polar climate with cold, snowy winters and cool summers. The southern tip of Greenland does not experience permafrost. The cold waters of the Labrador Basin ensures that summers stay below the tree line in spite of it being below the 61st parallel. Winters are much milder than at much lower coastal parallels in continental North America due to this effect. Therefore the seasonal variation in the climate is very small for a location so far north. Twin towns: Qaqortoq is twinned with Aarhus, Denmark. References